Hello everyone and welcome to Action RPG. I'm your host Aaron, and for today's video we're headed to the world of a brand new action RPG titled Superfuse. Think of Diablo meets The Boys. If you haven't seen the TV show The Boys, I do recommend season 1. The rest of the seasons aren't very good, but basically it is, what would superheroes be like if they really existed? They would be kind of like regular people. They would use their powers for money and for political influence and, you know, kind of that celebrity status. Either way, very interesting premise. And that is what we're going to talk about today on this video. Now, before we begin, I am hoping on the last day of March for a late birthday present, you make the decision to push that little red button. I would really appreciate it. Helps push the channel forward in 2022. On top of that, I've officially started a Patreon. Thank you to the first 34 people that have signed up. Become an instant ARPG VIP and get Patreon exclusive content. First link in the description. All right, as always, I will share my thoughts. Please feel free to share yours in the comment section below. Here we go right now. Right now, we are on the website PC Games N. Title this article, Diablo-style RPG Superfuse lets you design your abilities. Now, a lot of games, everyone knows I love Last Epoch. You pick the skill, and then you have the tree that actually modifies the skill based upon how you want it. Whether it's attack speed, area, cold, poison, there's so many different variations on how you take it. Kind of one of the reasons why I really like that game. And it appears that Superfuse is going to have some of that in it. Listen to this. Revealed this week, Superfuse takes on some visual inspirations from the Borderlands series. And you will see this when I play the trailer for you. With a comic book style that uses heavy ink strokes and screen printed textures for hand illustrated style. Again, it does look really good. The tone then is a mix of cyberpunk and Watchmen, but the brilliant bit is how I've given control over my abilities. Okay, listen to the example. Listen to the example. My Berserker, a massive guy with a shoulder measurement wider than most double doors, has a skill called Slam, equipped on a hammer I picked up somewhere in the Frozen Mines. It's a straightforward area of effect attack that hits enemies in an arc directly in front of my character and sends damage Fisher out a few meters from the point of impact. If you played an ARPG, this skill is literally in every single game. Okay. However, that's just a canvas to start working for you. By opening up the skill creator menu, I can tweak and modify the slam ability on the fly. Maybe I want 3 fissures instead of 1. I can add a split effect that does that. Perhaps I want to add a shatter effect that sends damaging shards out every time the abilities hit somebody. Maybe I want to trigger a dash first so I can use it for dividing up big groups of enemies and starting a ruckus. It's like a weapon modding system, but far more advanced than anything I've seen in a game like this. Wow, that statement is quite interesting. This is an action RPG. This is an isometric action RPG. It's a weapon modding system, but far more advanced than anything I've seen in a game like this. It gives me a lot of power over my build and would arguably be too much if it weren't for the way Stitch Heads has balanced it out. Each attribute, node, and modifier has to be unlocked with earned currency, and every time you modify a skill, it's associated with the cost action points will change. This better not be MTX. I'm looking at you, Stitch Heads. Better be in-game currency. Anyways, this means I have a lot of options right off the bat when it comes to battling the corruption that is taking over the solar system. I end up with an ability combo that turns me into a walking shotgun blast, with each hit triggering chain effects of damaging shards that quickly turn aliens into smears of colorful gore splattered across the walls of the floor. Sounds like some kind of reflex damage, Thorn style. When Superfuse hits early access later this year, Stitch Heads tells me it'll have 5 Enforcer classes to choose from, each with a unique set of superpowers that you'll be able to tune and alter on the fly to fit your play style. You'll also have I know everybody's been waiting for this. You'll also have the option to bring up to 3 friends along and play the narrative campaign in 4-player co-op mode. Yes, this game will have multiplayer, and I'm almost positive that multiplayer will be available in early access. That's the way it's read, and that's what I see from my research. Enjoy the short, it's about a minute-long teaser trailer for Superfuse.
They think they are heroes, fighting to save their worlds. They know nothing of reality, and they won't live long enough to learn.
Break time's over. Let's go.
Huh? Yeah? I actually got weird City of Hero vibes when I first saw the teaser. I know it's nothing like City of Heroes. I know. We are on the official Superfuse Steam page, and I got a couple of things to show you on here before we are out of here. An alien threat looms in a new comic book inspired action RPG. Take on waves of grotesque minions and bosses with up to 4 friends in co-op, or go at it alone and uncover a vast conspiracy that endangers all of humanity. Become a hero in a world where superpowers are controlled by society's elites. Ooh, that's not good. Release date, unknown. It's to be announced in caps. Now, this is what I wanted to show you, which is right here. And this is what it talks about in the article. I know it's like a super fast video, but Thunder Axe, Frenzy, it shows the skill in the middle. And then obviously you can use these fuses to make the skill very different. And these are pretty big, elaborate skills. I guess what I don't understand is, can you just take all of them? Right? I mean, that's kind of what it looks like in this picture. If you could just take every single node, then you're not actually doing anything that's unique. You're just making the skill as strong as humanly possible. Where obviously, again, an example like Last Epoch, you can only have 20 points. You can get up to 26, 27 if you have other items, but you can never actually max out every node on the skill, so your decisions matter. If on here, all I have to do is just find all the different skill fuses and then put them all in there, well, then choices out. All you have to do is just find them all. So it's kind of my thought in seeing this, but this is the visual representation of what it looks like to upgrade it. Now, of course, since we have an official Steam page, you know what I want to look at. That is system requirements. I know right now it is hard to get a hold of a video card still, so we have to check it out. Recommended system requirements for PC. Windows 10, Intel i5, AMD Ryzen 5. Memory is 16 gigs of RAM. That is significant because if it is a little bit of an older laptop, you could still probably have 8 gigs of RAM. This is recommending 16, NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1050. So a couple generations old on the lower side of the video card, and then 25 gigs of storage space. Nothing too crazy, but this is definitely not a game where everyone will be able to play it at the recommended settings, okay? So that's what I wanted to show you. You saw the skill, you heard the article example, you saw the trailer. Now I need to hear your opinion. Superfuse. Could you see yourself checking this out? I know it's another early access game. I could already feel the comments. I'm done with early access games. It's another game where I'm going to play the early access, maybe I'll like it, and then I'll see it in 10 years. I totally get it. It is very frustrating that this is the way things are going, but I don't know. It's just the way it is. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I've officially started a Patreon. It is the best way to support me in the future. Obviously, all the likes, shares, comments, all of that helps push the channel forward. But if you want to take it one step further, first link in the description to become an instant ARPG VIP and get Patreon exclusive content. I would really appreciate it. It helps keep me full time here on YouTube. If you haven't had a chance to join the official Action RPG Discord, please do so. We're approaching 1,500 members, great conversations every day. The idea is to create a gaming community that could jump from game to game together, so you never start the server alone. Link for that Discord is also in the description. I hope you all enjoyed this Superfuse video. Hopefully you're entertained or at least learned something. Aaron, out.